What's up, everybody? I want to tell you about Anchor. If you haven't heard about Anchor by Spotify, it's one of the easiest ways to make a podcast with everything you need all in one place. Let me explain. Anchor has tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. When hosting Anchor on Anchor, you can distribute your podcast on listening platforms like Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and more. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. And best of all, Anchor is totally free. So download Anchor, the app, or go to anchor.fm to get started. And I'm a veteran, so let's hear some more military cadences. What's up, family? So, I'm a fan of some relationship drama, some situationship drama, some kinky, crazy, yeah. So that's what this is going to be about tonight. So let's just get right into it. I'm going to share some stories and give you my opinion. And let's go. I've found some decently juicy ones and some crazy ones for you. So let's get started.
I got evicted and my aunt let me and my two daughters move in with her. She's dating a man that I'm attracted to and we've been sexual, but he says he's not leaving her because she's a good woman. I'm a good woman too. Why would he choose her? I look and F better because she got the shelter, sis. She got the home. She got the house. Your aunt let you and your two daughters move in because y'all was about to be on the streets. And you let her man glaze your yams. That man ain't leaving her. She probably can fry the shit out of some chicken. And the greens is seasoned.
I love her comeback. You let him glaze you. So pretty much it was this girl moved in with her aunt and she was sleeping with the aunt's man, but the aunt man chose the aunt. And so that was her reply back to the girl. So very funny. All right. So let's get into this. Some more wild stories. Let's go.
Why y'all not talking about how y'all be out here fucking each other?
She ain't never lying. So I had a partner of mine, man. We was in the army together. This way back in the day. I don't even think Don't Ask, Don't Tell was out yet. Anyway, his wife worked in finance, and we was in field artillery together. And so we would go to the field all the time, hence the word field artillery. Well, anyway, when we wasn't in the field, him and his wife, she's crank up arguments all the time, man. They live down the street from us. And he'd be like, man, she on that trip again, man. I just look at her, man. I'd be like, man, come on over, man, chill, man. We watch a game, we do something. But anyway, one time we came out of the field, and he always, it never ceased to amaze me. She would always go over her battle buddy's house. I didn't think nothing of it because in the military they teach you, to have your battle buddy. And they was together since basic anyway, so I ain't think nothing of it. But anyway, the little boy comes, and we went fishing. I took my boys. We came out of the field. We was like, listen, man, let's go fishing. So we go out there fishing. We at the lake. We having a good time. We telling stories. We started a bonfire. We doing all this stuff, man, that boys do. Then the little boy said, hey, Daddy, I got a secret to tell you. He said, man, what secret you got to tell me, son? What happened? He said, Daddy, while you was in the field, we stayed over Auntie's house. He said, what? Me and him looked at each other. I looked at my son. He said, he ain't staying with us. Then I looked. Then my partner said, hey, man, so where did you sleep when you stayed at Auntie's house? Because you know you don't sleep by yourself. He said, Daddy, they put me in a bed by myself. And I had a TV by myself. And they cut the TV up real loud. So I wouldn't be scared. He's like, hey, so where the mama sleep? He said, he looked around, he said, well, Auntie? He said, every night? He said, yeah. He said, would you allow them in Auntie's room? He's like, no. Needless to say, they eventually got married. That's what I heard later on. But this real talk.
So for all of you don't know, battle buddy is like when you go to the military, you get assigned like a partner that you make it through basic training with, and I guess they became lifelong friends. So I guess she was blazing the yams of her battle buddy. Interesting story. Let's keep going.
Hey, I'm finna give y'all the story time. Just a warning, I don't need anyone to bash me telling me I should have known, I should have seen the red flag. I didn't know. I didn't know no better. It's not my fault. I didn't do nothing wrong. Like, I'm a victim in this situation, and I'm not trying to bash him either, but he keeps bothering me. So, yeah. So, I met this guy last year. We got together September 23rd, 2021. Would have been a year. I found out he was gay September 1st. 2 days ago. He had just moved back to Dallas. He is from Dallas, from a different state. He didn't have shit. He didn't have no job, no car, nothing. For a long time, it took him forever to get a job because he didn't have no license, social security card, birth certificate, nothing. Honestly, that should have been a red flag. But I seen potential in him. Like, I don't know. We was both 19. I'm like, okay, I could help you get your birth certificate, get your social. You can get a job. I do security, this, that, woo. He didn't stay with me. He was staying with Auntie. His family up and moved and left on his ass. And he asked me, can he stay with me? This is about December. I let him stay with me, but about 4 weeks, I got tired of living with a nigga who wasn't helping me pay my bills. I'm gonna be real. And then one day he went through my phone, like 2 weeks from my birthday. My birthday's in January, so about a month. He went through my phone, and he accused me of seeing something. He didn't see nothing. And he punched a hole in my bathroom door. So that's when I kicked him out. So since that day in January, he hasn't lived with me since. Because, bitch, you don't pay no bills here, and you damaging stuff, you gotta go. So from this day forward, he started living in motels with this older man, which that should have been a red flag, but I didn't think too much of it because, honestly, one, I was just happy he was out my house, and two, he was making money because he was selling stuff outside the hotel, if you get what I'm saying. So then he starts hanging out with a different older man, and it goes from him going into motels to him going to hotels, like Hilton, 5-star hotels. So I ain't gonna lie, I'm a little jealous because I'm like, the fuck? Like, this was weird. But I wasn't thinking too much of it. I'm just thinking he got friends who got money, but you don't got no money. About April come around, I found out he cheated on me in March with an 18-year-old girl. The guy who he was living with in the hotels took him to go cheat on me with this girl because that's an honorable mention for what I'm going to tell y'all later. And I didn't leave. I got my leg back. I wish I would have left, though. But if I would have left, I would have never found this out. I also forgot to mention him and the guy moved into a very nice luxury apartment at this point, and he got him a job. And he said the guy was his roommate. I never seen or spoke to the guy at this point, so I didn't know the guy was gay. I used to make remarks that I thought it was weird you could get a job and help him pay his bills. Why that was the whole reason I kicked you out. Like, that didn't make no sense to me. But I used to just make remarks like that, like being funny, like, you gay. But I wasn't for real. When he did that sassy stuff where he sat in his chair, he gave me this chair back, y'all. When he sat in his chair, that's when I felt like he was sassy. So I finally decided to leave him alone, like maybe last week, because I'm just done being disrespected. And he won't leave me alone. He keeps bothering me. So I decided to go to the house and run through the garage. Okay, so whenever I ran into the garage, it was actually 2 weeks ago. That was my first time ever speaking to his roommate. That's when I discovered the roommate was gay, because I could hear it. And he was just talking mess, like, you doing all this for community dig. So I'm like, okay. So then I had a problem with him because you was taking him to go after 18-year-old and then bringing him back to my house. So fuck both of y'all. I'm not paying for that garage. So I decided to leave him alone. Like, I just don't have time. It has not been peaceful. He won't stop bothering me. He keep coming to my house, harassing me, bothering me. So 3 days ago, August 31st, September 1st, technically, because it was after midnight. I was fed up. I went to the house. They got the garage fixed, so I was like, I'm gonna egg the garage because I know that take forever to come out. You gotta get that painted, allegedly. I heard. So I go trying to egg the garage. He meet me outside, knock the eggs out my hands. I'm picking them up off the floor, the yolks, I'm smearing them on the garage. He go and punch my passenger mirror out. I'm like, oh, you got me messed up now. I'm gonna really run through his garage. First time I did it, it was a little tap. When I did it this time, I ran through that motherfucker. I guess that was the final straw for his roommate, because when I got home, he sent me a video screenshot of my boyfriend fucking somebody. I didn't even realize he was in some booty. I just seen him fucking somebody. I'm like, send me the full video, but he blocked me, so I couldn't even see it. I called him on the phone, and as soon as he answered, he said, yeah, you seen the video of him fucking me? See, that's how I found out he was gay. He said that they've been doing it for months. On the screenshot, it said a day in April, so that means when he fucked the girl in March, and then he fucked the girl in March, and then he fucked the dude in April, and he came back and fucked me. Like, it's just too much. My ex is in denial. He keeps saying he's not gay. He needed somewhere to stay. So apparently the dude offered him like $1,000 in housing. He was like an in-house sex worker. I don't care. Like, that's fine. I have nothing against gay people. You should have told me. You should have left me alone, kept me out of it. And my issue with his little roommate or his little boyfriend, his man, whatever it is, he's a 4-year-old man. He's a grown man. He's old enough to be my dad. As a grown-ass, gay-ass man who has been doing this, who took him to go fuck the girl, the 18-year-old, and brought him back to my house to come do me. Like, no. Like, that's wrong. You should tell him that's wrong. Like, you should give him game. That's wrong. Like, I don't mess with it. And I don't mess with you. And yeah.
I have so many things wrong with this little girl. Like, one, you confess to several crimes on social media. 2, like, I can see why she didn't know, because she's kind of clueless on a lot of things in life. 2, it's like, you know, after you found all this out, you still wanted to go destroy their property. Like, and 3, you never worried about the fact that he's sleeping around with several people, and is anybody using protection? You know, we got monkeypox going around, and people just like willy-nilly doing whatever. See, this is why I don't even like leaving my house, because these people are reckless. I'm gonna pray for this little girl. I hope that somebody with wisdom gets in her life and helps her out, because yeah, very crazy. So, next wild story.
This is labeled This How You Know. So I have a friend, we jamming 2-3 years, we cool, we going out every weekend. I'm single, she not single, she got a man and 3 kids. So we kicking it every weekend. I mean every weekend. I got kids too, but I gotta live in babysitter, so I'm good. I can do what I want to do. We going out like crazy, you know, doing what we doing. I don't say tell her business, but we kicking it. So one day after a few years, we've been going to each other's house cooking or whatever. So we cooking. She said, come on over, we gonna cook that. Okay, so we cooking. Her boyfriend get to tripping. He get drunk and high. He get to hitting on me, like pushing on me. So I'm like, man, get your man. Why you pushing on me? He like, oh, you think you cute. You think you cute. And I'm like, what? What's wrong with you? Like, cool out. Like, you tripping. So I tell her, man, get dude, like, he tripping. Okay, that incident over. The next time I come over to our house, he do the same thing, right? But at this point, like, he pushes me to where I almost fall down. So now we throwing hands. I'm pushing, he pushing. So I'm getting ready to leave. I'm like, you know what? I'm finna leave. I'm not coming back over here. So she like, no, you don't gotta come back up. You don't gotta leave. So we go. She followed me to the elevator where she lived. So he following her. So he get on the elevator with us, and he talking crazy to me. And then he pushed me. I push him. We in there tussling. Do you hear me? I mean tussling. He got dreads. I got my braids. We pulling each other braids here. We go from 3rd floor downstairs, upstairs fighting. We get off the elevator. We throwing each other up against the wall. He threw me down on the ground. You gonna go to sleep? Oh no, I ain't finna go to sleep. We fighting, right? I'm pulling dreads, he pulling braids. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you, right? So then she like, get off of her. Why you doing that to her? Why you doing that to her? So then her brother, some dude, he broke us up. He like, man, you tripping. So I get on the elevator. He follow me and get on the elevator. So at this point, I got my guard up. I'm like, okay, this is where we at. This, I kid you not, he grabbed me by my face trying to kiss me. He touching me. He like, Antoinette, it's just something about you. Like, I just got to have you. You drive me crazy and da-da-da-da-da. And I don't know why I do this and da-da-da-da-da. And I'm like, what the hell wrong with you? Like, I don't even jam with you. I don't kick it with no dude you kick with. Like, you don't know nothing about me. Yes, he do. Because she pillow talking. She pillow talking so frequently about me and so much about me that it's intriguing him. I'm telling you, watch the females that you be around, because when they mans be trying to holler, that's because they pillow talking about you real bad. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. Y'all want to know what I made them do next? Like and share for the, like and follow for the next story, because I'm going to tell you what Okay, so trust me, we outside now. We out off the elevator, outside. I'm crying at this point now because I don't know what the hell going on. I ain't never had this happen to me before. I'm rushing to my car. He begging. He blocking me. I got my best friend. I've been the closest girlfriend that's been in my life for 3 years. Me, I got her whole man, breath, pants all over me. I'm feeling filthy. I get home, I'm crying. The next few days, both of them calling me back to back. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. What can I do? Both of them kind of saying the same thing. So I'm like, is this a setup? Like, what's going on? Like, I don't know. Then I got to thinking, he done embarrassed me in front of all these people. Like, why did he do that to me? He said, I'll do whatever. So of course, your man gonna go, yeah, okay, you gonna pay me. My braids done. Remember when Pandora was big? All my charms, maybe about 4 of them that I bought, but he bought all of them. At the time, me and my baby daddy was broke up. He came back, and he was like, I don't want to sleep up on these mattresses and these sheets. Homeboy went and borrowed her sister truck, went and got me a mattress, new bedding, all of that, flowers. He sold smoke. I was getting smoke. And then someone was like, you know what? It's over with now. Like, you can't tell her. She won't believe you, no, because you know they don't believe you. Even though she witnessed that and I told her what happened, she would have blamed me. I know. So I cut all of that off. I was just like, okay, no, I'm just done with it. Like, I felt like I took these things from you because you embarrassed me and you hurt my feelings. And I still can't understand how in his mind he thought that, right? But then her cousin later told me he be freaking all her friends. He do that to everybody, right? So you ain't nobody special. He do that all the time. Like, they have this real relationship to where they cheated on each other and still stay together. Wasn't none of my business. Hey, do what y'all do. But when it spilled over into me, I had to kind of analyze that. And people be like, don't judge people. You do have to judge people. You have to judge what they do, how they move, what they say, everything, so that you don't get caught up in that if that's not your thing. Like, that's discernment. And I should have took all them things from him. Money. Like, I juiced him for a whole lot. And I should have, but man, that flesh kicked in and I was embarrassed. I was hurt. And me and her went up, we stopped being friends. I seen her like 2 weeks ago after like 10 years, and she was all in my bag. Ugh. No. Watch him. Watch.
I'm gonna watch you too, because I'm trying to understand if she think that's discernment, then I don't want the kind of discernment she got. Number 2, like, lady, like, you telling me you got all them gifts and you didn't do nothing with them at all? I don't believe it. So yeah, so we're switching gears to something I never heard of this before, called cuckold. I guess that's when you watch you have to watch your partner sleep. I never heard this before, that you watch your partner sleep with other people. Never heard of this whole thing, this whole femdom stuff. And like, these stories are crazy to me, but intriguing. My husband said he would not be into it, so disclaimer. But I found it pretty interesting. But let's get into this. This is kind of crazy, but let's see.
into me pretty much telling him I'm sleeping with whomever I want, and you're just going to sit in the corner and watch.
So you became the master, kind of.
I did. I am.
And Dakota, how does that sit with you?
I like it. I enjoy it.
You enjoy it?
Mm-hmm.
So what does this look like? I mean, Sarah will bring home men, or tell me what happens?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she'll bring home guys, or we'll go meet guys at like hotel rooms or stuff. But normally she just brings them home.
Yep. I like the comfort of my own home.
These are just random guys you'll meet?
Mm-hmm. Well, I have a black-only preference, so all of them are black, but yes. And I meet them on websites, or I've given my number out to people and random and just invited them over, like a guy through a drive-through. I thought he was cute, so I gave him my number and he showed up that night.
And this happens how often?
I try to do it at least once or twice a week, but work, it's really hard.
You guys are both working?
Yes, we work full-time.
Yeah.
But I do it every opportunity I can when I get free time.
Twice the past week.
Yeah, twice so far.
And Dakota, you'll sit in the room and watch?
Watch and record and stuff like that.
Really?
Or whatever the guys want me, if they want me to do stuff.
So what is your experience of this? Is it humiliating? Is it tantalizing? Is it exciting? What is it?
It is humiliating, but it's also sexy to watch a guy basically perform better than I can. It's almost like watching porn.
Do you think porn is what kind of led you into this?
Not really.
Being a voyeur? No?
Not really. So I think it went from us doing like threesomes and swinging into us both realizing that it was more fun if I was just watching and she was playing with the guys.
And you'll pick up different guys each time?
Well, I've got my regulars that I like. But yeah, I cycle through guys sometimes. Unless I find a regular that I really, really like, and then I'll play with him quite a bit.
But you're more closely bonded with Dakota than all these other guys, I assume, right?
Oh, yes. Most definitely.
You're not going to leave Dakota for somebody you...
Never. I will laugh at them and tell them, no, sorry. Not going to happen. You're going to take me, and then he's going to be there whether you like it or not.
And you have a sex life that continues with Dakota?
No.
So you guys don't have sex?
No.
Not in the traditional sense.
No, not in the traditional sense at all.
Oh, really? So, in Dakota, do you have sex of any sort with anyone?
Not anymore.
Not anymore?
Mm-mm.
Where do you see this progressing? This is an unusual relationship, I would say.
I guess I have become possessive. It's mine. He's mine. I control what he does.
So, Sarah, all the partners you bring in, the African American men, how do they compare to Dakota as a sexual partner?
You want me to answer?
Yeah, you can answer.
They're just a lot bigger than I am, honestly. Like several times bigger.
The black men are much more well endowed than you are.
Yeah, they're much bigger than I am. And it's just an aspect of she seems to have more fun with them. She's louder. She seems to enjoy it more.
There's a reason I like doing it in my bedroom and not in hotel rooms. Doing it in the comfort of my own home and not in a hotel room where there's walls on either side.
It's interesting because obviously Dakota has evolved to a point where your happiness is more important than his pride.
Yes. A lot of men won't do that, and that's probably half the problem.
I would say 99.9% of men won't do that.
That's a lot of problems with the world. Men need to be a little bit more humble and listen to their women.
Meeting African American men is not a problem for you? You just do it online, or how do you do it?
Mostly online, but sometimes I do it in person. That's what this whole tattoo means. It's supposed to symbolize I'm exclusive to black guys. It's a Queen of Spades. And what it means is that I am only exclusive to black guys. It's pretty much a, hey, I want to fuck you, or I want to have sex with you. Come, all you got to do is come and ask, and I will be more than willing to.
And that's what that tattoo
Yes, that's what the tattoo means.
means, really?
Yes. I have it on my chest so everybody can see it.
I would almost say that, like, even if we're together in public and a guy sees it, it's almost like a permission.
Yeah, it's
Like
permission. Like, come say hi.
Like, you have permission to talk to her, flirt with her, stuff like that. In a way.
Are you guys thinking of having kids?
We've tried having kids since year 5 of this 12-year relationship, but over the years of just not using protection, all safely, mind you, I just realized that I just wouldn't get pregnant. And we've even tried, like, doing the whole planning stuff and having intercourse and stuff like that when you're ovulating, and just never happened. Never even had a scare. Not a once in our entire 12 years.
Are you using condoms with all your partners?
No.
And you're not worried about getting pregnant?
No, I'm not.
It seems like you're not going to get
We'd like to.
I would like to, but I've just never been able to.
Would you be okay if it was one of your other partners rather than Dakota?
That's what we've tried to.
Oh, that's what you're aiming for?
Yes. It is. If I have kids, I want it to be mixed.
Will you tell the father?
If I know who the father is. Yeah.
We called a breeding party and did like a gangbang where we checked all the guy had papers and everything for like tests and everything. But the whole point of it was to have like 6 or 7 guys come over and all of them attempt to get her pregnant.
Increase the chances pretty much.
She was ovulating.
And it never worked.
Yeah, I guess if you don't get pregnant after that, it don't really.
No.
And after you have an interaction with some guy you met who comes by and just does his business and leaves, you guys will talk about it afterwards, or you'll...
Yeah. He helps clean up, does all that fun stuff. Then we just pretty much, like, it's puppy dog. We cuddle, watch movies, play games. Just we're in a really good mood.
Shower and go back to
shower and go back to hanging out.
Or whatever's we got going on.
And it's a normal, other than the other sexual partners, it's a fairly normal relationship, it sounds like.
For the most part, yeah. People would think it's weird that sometimes I'll have him just, like, wearing panties and stuff around the house, or I've gotten lots of people who've been like, you're cheating on him, you don't really love him, and all this shit. And it's just like, you just don't understand.
you think that's it? Just people just are too close-minded?
Yeah. I don't know how many times you don't really love her, or she doesn't really love you, you should leave her, blah, 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 blah. So you just don't understand.
In the past, when I would talk to girls, it would always turn to this weird aspect of, we're going to save you from her and show you how a woman should treat you and all this.
I'm an abusive, horrible person.
You're not interested.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
You're faithful to Sarah.
Yep.
Even though she's unfaithful to you.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah. And I don't know if it had a lot to do with us changing from me being dominant to her, but I had a motorcycle accident in 2015 and was told there was a great chance I might never walk again. Like, it broke my back, neck, 8 ribs, collapsed my left lung, broke my collarbone was sticking out, broke my shoulder, my pelvis. They ripped my left thumb off. They had to surgically repair it. Like, the only thing that kept it attached was the motorcycle gloves I had on. I was escorting a funeral, and I was standing there with, the sirens on, the flashers on, telling people to stop, and this lady decided she wasn't going to stop. And I spent, 2 weeks in the hospital, a week in the hospital?
It was a little over a week.
And this was 2015, and so I was 22, and being told you may never walk again at 22 was terrifying. And I don't know if I'd have made it through it without her, because there for a few years I was very depressed and couldn't do anything. And it was like a year of me, not being in a walker, being able to do stuff, and then a year of me walking in a cane, and then a year of me walking, normally, until now.
No, see, we lost everything because of that wreck. I moved in with my parents and everything. It took us a while to get back up, but we did it.
That's when a lot of the her playing with guys came in, because I physically was unable to for years, and we've always been so sexual that it didn't seem, it wasn't her fault to have the accident, and it didn't seem fair her not to be able to do anything or have fun or enjoy stuff, just because I was, hurt and everything. And I never saw it as, oh, I'm hurt and you're out going, doing this stuff. It just seemed fair.
But you're fully functional now.
Yeah.
Or it wouldn't be to the extreme that it is now, but I'm happy with the way it is.
You guys are happy, and you're happy. You're happy with your relationship.
Oh, very.
You seem
yes.
to be. Yeah. And Dakota, do you see yourself becoming more active sexually, or do you long for that, or do you just no longer have an appetite for it, the desire?
I'm not sure, honestly, because it's still going down, basically. Because it was a lot, and then it's kind of just dwindled down to not really anything.
And you're still a young man, so you should have
30.
a strong sex drive.
Yeah.
But you have none at all?
I do, but
No, it's not to say he doesn't do anything sexual. He just doesn't have intercourse. I don't allow him to do that. Like, he's still, like, I'll make him edge and do all that stuff. But he just doesn't intercourse. And no other females. Like, I'm very possessive. He's mine.
So he's not allowed to have other partners?
Not unless I specifically say so when I'm there.
But he's made to watch you have all the kind of partners you want?
Yes.
You feel like that's fair?
In a normal relationship, probably not.
Yes, in a normal relationship.
I don't even think these people even know what a normal relationship is anymore. But yeah. I so many things to say about this. I mean, one, the guy, Dakota, when they say, like, to inspect people's brains after they died, I would really like to know what trauma his brain had after this accident, number one. Number two, people in this lifestyle, there are a lot of people in this lifestyle, actually, and that whole breeder thing is a thing, and I am just kind of happy they can't have kids. I know that might seem cruel, but I don't think it would be a healthy environment for kids to see. I mean, how would you explain that? Like, you're black, dad's white, she says she's loud. Like, yeah, glad kids can't come into that. And 3, Queen of Spades, like, never even heard of nothing like that. And calling a black person a spade is kind of crazy. Like, the whole situation, all these relationships, absolutely crazy. But in the days of social media, people love to put out everything that they do. And I'm learning something new every day. Yeah, but people like to get tortured. There's a lot of femdoms, if they call them, and people that like to be dominated by women. And yeah, I mean, forget Handmaid's Tale. Like, this is another level. I wonder what these guys are saying out here. These other guys that, I mean, that's what we need. We need a show where dominatrix meets, like, that men in the Handmaid's Tale. That would be an interesting show. But yeah, this is my spill on crazy relationships. Let me know what you guys think. Yeah, Epics for Family is signing out.